SC Central, Coach Levelle Moton, the legend right here. Man, appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for having me.
What age were you when you moved to Raleigh?
Man, we moved third grade.
Third grade?
Third grade, yeah.
Is that kind of where you would say you found your passion for the game?
Yeah.
Really hit?
You know, it was crazy, man. Like, I really had to put in the work towards basketball. You know, I just always engaged into it, but my mom didn't really want me at the park because every weekend there was so much violence that was happening up there. And you got to remember, this was the inception of crack cocaine, right? So This is when crack is going rampant. Most people are selling the drug to take care of their family or using the drug to deal with the fact that they can't.
Yeah.
As kids, we're in the midst of that, and drug dealers are now trying to come recruit us to indulge in that. So it's a tumultuous time for everyone, right?
How did you say you avoided it? You know, I know a lot of people are caught up kind of in that, realm. How do you think you avoided it and kind of stay locked in on your journey?
Man, I had a praying grandmother, man. I had a mother, man, who just never compromised. And she didn't really play no games with that. And I'm so happy for that. When we moved down here, I remember riding by on Raleigh Boulevard, and I saw a bunch of kids out there playing. I was like, Mom, I want to go out there and play. And it was the boys' club.
Yeah.
So she took me and my brother, and my brother's 5 years older. And she wanted to sign us up. And they said, the price is $750. So she walked out because she thought it was like $750.
Yeah.
They was like, nah, it's $7.50 for the year, right? And so she's like, really? That don't even make sense, right? What the boys' club did, it provided me, constructive time. They taught me cooking, life skills, taught us racial relations because there were so many different variations of culture there. So you really had to get to know people. And we were kids. So when you kids, you're not going into places with a racist heart or, you know what I'm saying, like a prejudiced heart. You just kids. Y'all just play together. Y'all just do whatever. And so I met people from various backgrounds. But the most important thing that it did, it taught me sports, but it really taught me that it was a glorified daycare. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So most of the crime that occurred in the hood and in the streets with kids, it occurred during the hours of 3 and 6. So now my time was occupied between 3 and 6 because I was at the boys' club, and it's the best thing that ever happened to me. From my neighborhood, in 40 years, 6 kids made it to college. The one common denominator that all of us had was the boys' club. You know what I'm saying? So it was, I'm willing to put those statistics up.
So you graduated from NLO, and then you went to where we are now, SC Central. And you're the third all-time leading scorer here at NC Central. A lot of people don't know that. I think it's really it's cool that you're a player here, and then now you're also a legendary coach here, a legendary player and coach. That's like a dynamic you don't see often. What was kind of your development process through college as a player before we get into coaching?
My number one goal in life was to make sure my mom never had to work again. So I had an immense focus, right? Because I had grew up and seen things that many people my age didn't see. I knew my family and people in my hood was dependent on me to come back and make something of themselves. I attended North Carolina Central, and they never recruited me, right? It was the craziest thing. I was scheduled to go to Wake Forest out of high school. Coming out, I think I was like top 40 in the nation. My AAU team was number 1 in the nation. Myself and Jerry Stackhouse and Jeff Capel, we were loaded, right? Yeah. So, everybody came to see Jerry Stackhouse, Chuck Cornegie, and it was oftentimes I led the team in scoring. So I was recruited at a high level. Wake Forest wanted me to sign early, and I didn't sign early. And so towards the latter part of my senior year, that scholarship was taken by Rusty LaRue and Barry Canton. So Greg Jackson, who was the coach here, he came to my house, and he knocked on the door. And I never forget, all the OGs escorted him into my house, right? Because they wouldn't even let him in the neighborhood, right?
That's tough.
Shook, right?
Yeah.
And my mom was like, y'all, he good, y'all. Let him in, da-da-da-da. It was really that. He come in. Yeah. He's sweating because he's scared. And he was like, look, man, I never recruited you because I ain't feel like I had a chance to get you. So he said, if you want to come to North Carolina Central, I would love to have you. I just remember looking at my mom's face, and she said, I just want you out of these projects. And seeing that from your mom and hearing that from your mom, it hit different. I signed a scholarship right there on my kitchen table, sight unseen. The next day, it's in the paper, like, Moton going to North Carolina Central, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So I just remember praying and saying, God, like, please let me like this place. I ain't seen it. I ain't done nothing. So I get up here in the summer and I like it, right? It's like, yo, I can dig this. And my freshman year was really, really tough. It was really humbling because we had a lot of talented people. I'm coming in as this big hotshot freshman. And we literally had 14 dudes that you could just play at any time. We start off 18-0. I'm playing like 6-7 minutes a game. I'm frustrated. And I'm not frustrated because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm frustrated because I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, but I'm just not playing, right? Mind you, I'm 17 years old. I was a young freshman. The guy that's playing in front of me is 24, right? So he's a grown man.
Damn.
And he's from the area.
Yeah.
And he deserved to play, like, because everybody was talented. But my coach called me in the office and he said, I got to play him because he's from Durham, right? And I ain't understand that politic because my entire life, it was about whoever the best was, right? One game my freshman year, he put me in the lineup. I scored 20 points in 16 minutes. The next game, he don't even play me. You see what I'm saying? So like, this is what I'm going through. Like, I ain't just over here pouting because, I did, my feelings hurt. No, I'm pissed because I'm producing. I ended up averaging like 5 points as a freshman. But my sophomore year, going into my sophomore year, I was like, I can't do it no more. At Carolina, my cousin is MVP of the Final Four now.
Yeah.
Right? So they just beat Michigan. And he's on the high. And I'm always comparing myself to him, right? Because I got to catch him. He's coming home and he's a rock star. And I'm over here like, I ain't even playing at North Carolina Central, right? So I'm hurt. Coach calls me that summer. I'm going to go to North Carolina State because North Carolina State said, we always wanted you anyway. So now they're getting off probation. They said, you can always come over. I'm about to go to North Carolina State. And Coach hears the rumors. He called me and he said, what's this I hear about you transferring? I said, man, I'm not transferring because I'm running from adversity. I'm transferring because you're not giving me a true shot, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're playing politics and I got to feed my family. I can't do it.
Yeah.
And so he said, I'll let you have freedom and I'll let you do what your cousin have done. So the next year, I go from averaging 5 points a game to 19. 19 to 26. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, that you already knew it wasn't me because you don't just go from 5 to 19, right? You just, if you wasn't any good, you just go from 5 to 19 if you caught in the crossfires of so many people having to play. And it was a really successful team, man. We won 3 championships in 4 years here. I'm proud that I got my degree, right, on time. People don't appreciate opportunity unless a paycheck is connected
to it. Yeah, very true.
That ain't how it is, right? Just because you're a good player doesn't mean you're going to be a good coach, right? There's an art and science to it. When you're forced to make a major decision, if the first question that you ask is what will other people think of you, then you're not even living your life. You're just performing for acceptance.
Yeah.
How many people do we know didn't do something that they were more than capable of because they were scared how other people would view them? You see what I'm saying?